opening weekend which saw Keith Andrews' reign in charge of Brentford start with defeat, but it was never going to be easy after a summer in which Brentford lost their head coach, captain, goalkeeper and top goal scorer from last season. Brentford are in rebuild mode, and rebuilds often take time. Can they pick up their first points of the season here this afternoon? So a summer of change, a summer of upheaval here at Brentford, but now a turning of the page. A result to garner positivity is what they need here this afternoon after an opening weekend defeat away at Nottingham Forest. Coyote feeds Damsgaard, who gives it back to Coyote. Into the Villa penalty area, trying to find a bit of room. Now Damsgaard rolls it left to find Kevin Schade. Finds his option to shoot, just blocked off by a couple of Villa defenders. Lovely work by Damsgaard! And only a whisker wide.
I mean, brilliant. He's got Villa players surrounding him, and he does absolutely magnificent, just to squirm his way in between 2-3 players.
Now Ouattara giving chase. Ouattara through on goal here. Can he mark his debut with a goal? He might get a second chance. What a start for Dango Ouattara. A shade over 12 minutes into his debut for Brentford. That's why they paid the money. And now their season has liftoff. No real emotion shown by Keith Andrews, but it's a dream start for Brentford, who lead Aston Villa by a 1-0.
Ouattara just has the edge. Nicks that ball as it's played forward. Yes, he's still got an awful lot to do off the rebound, but just there, he knows he's got the edge, he knows he's got that sharpness. Martinez makes a really good save, but Ouattara's there just to pick up the pieces. There. Torres tries to get his foot alongside him, but he knows he has to get it right for all sorts of reasons. To credit to Ouattara, it is a dream debut. May be fortunate, but he won't care. It's 1-0 Brentford.
Approval from Keith Andrews, who said he was so excited about the arrival of Dango Ouattara. So Matty Cash with the chance to try once more, and it looks a similar template to what we saw a few moments ago, and it goes again to the front post. It'll break at the back. McGinn with the header. It was coming awkwardly to him. Tielemans didn't catch it cleanly, and then a high boot by Tyrone Mings, who immediately acknowledged that was the case as he caught Keane Lewis-Potter.
Definitely rolled the Brentford players, as you can imagine. Yes, it just catches the side of his face. It is dangerous. A little bit of contact, but he does get ball also.
Now the movement comes as the delivery comes in. It's flicked away to Tielemans, and it's diverted behind. Well, he caught it sweetly, but Kevin Schade was in the way.
In swinging corner, just about dealt with. You can see that some Villa shirts entering the box, and then a very brave header in the end.
Crowded 6-yard box again, but it's work short to Tielemans. Rolled across to McGinn, who goes for goal. Kelleher keeps it out with his boot.
Just go back to that well-worked corner. John McGinn struck it through the crowd of players, and that's why I think it's such a good save from Kelleher. He's got absolutely no sight of where that ball's going to come. It comes through, I think it's the cup of his own defender's legs, and then has to be at stretch and be on his guard.
You can see how much they fancy this, the Brentford players, by just how deep they are in the penalty area here. Martinez comes and flaps lashed towards goal, and Brentford have doubled their lead. Mikkel Damsgaard caught it so well, and the long throw pays off. They gave it away cheaply, Aston Villa, and they are punished to maximum effect. Mikkel Damsgaard back today, and he reminds the Brentford fans of just what he can do.
Oh, super finish, it really is. And we touched on, didn't we, that Michael Coyote, long throw is dangerous. There is contact on Emi Martinez. I'm not sure whether it's going to stand.
It does appear, and it has been disallowed by referee Tony Harrington. This is interesting.
Yeah, it is, because Martinez comes out, doesn't he? And that's why the goal's not given. I think just his body in contact with Martinez without heading the ball.
It's Nathan Collins, the player that's been penalised, as everybody inside the stadium has now been made aware of in that blocking role, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's it. I think there's two defenders there. Vandenberg and Nathan Collins. It's refreshing to see, though, isn't it? We don't see it all the time. It's probably because we just haven't got the strength.
Watkins, can he get a strike away? It's deflected behind. Well, sights of goal haven't been there for him so far this afternoon.
Yeah, Tielemans instigating a brilliant pass. And Ollie Watkins is just trying to get that half a yard away from everyone that's in and around him.
Buendia rolls it to Rodgers, and it's deflected wide. Really opened up there for Morgan Rodgers.
Yeah, it's brilliant. John McGinn, excellent here, just picking out Emi Buendia. I don't know whether the weight of pass doesn't help Morgan Rodgers. He's got to wait, he's got to delay, he wants to get it out of his feet, which he does.
Just seems to be a greater fluidity to Villa when they get Tielemans involved. Buendia drags his effort wide.
Well, do you know what? Since Morgan Rodgers has crept inside a little bit rather than being a bit wider, he was playing 2 10s that are just hovering in behind Ollie Watkins. This is where they've looked dangerous.
Can Ouattara get there? He pokes it on to Sharda, who looks to find Igor Thiago. Emiliano Martinez so fast with his feet, getting out to get on to that ball as Brentford go in search of a second.
Yeah, and this is the danger that Brentford possess. A quick turnover, and then a clever little ball round the corner from Kevin Sharda, trying to pick out Thiago.
Scott gets a touch to find Ouattara, whose early goal still separates the sides. Now Igor Thiago. Still Igor Thiago puts it some way wide in the end.
How good is that from Brentford under the cosh? But yes, they just pull out that little bit of quality from Damsgaard. That run from Ouattara.
Tielemans. We're hearing there will be 4 minutes bolted on at the end of the 90. Martson looks to cross. It was just too far in front of Watkins. And a foul in there as well, spotted by Tony Harrington. Is this the day of positivity that Brentford needed? Keith Andrews hoping they can see this one through. Jensen back to Lewis Potter. It's going to run through to Martinez. How much time is left? There it is! Keith Andrews' tenure at Brentford is up and running. A showing of spirit and substance here this afternoon. They took the lead early through the debutant Dango Ouattara, and they fought so hard to keep hold of it. It feels like a huge victory in this new chapter for Brentford. All of a sudden, the mood feels different here, and the celebrations can begin. Just look what it means to all involved. Aston Villa, well, they just didn't have enough here today. Brentford victorious at the Gtech. Brentford 1, Aston Villa 0.